Emotional abuse leaves scars no one can see, but its impact reshapes the very way we interact with the world. It forces a kind of evolution, creating coping mechanisms that, while born from pain, become powerful tools for navigating life. These aren't just habits. They're whispers of resilience, etched into the fabric of your being. Let's uncover these 7 profound coping habits. Number 1, the art of hypervigilance, reading the unspoken script. This isn't just about being observant. It's about anticipating every shift in mood, every subtle change in tone, every unspoken expectation. Survivors of emotional abuse learn to become masters of nonverbal communication, constantly scanning their environment for potential threats or shifts in emotional weather. It's like having an internal radar system that's always on, picking up signals others miss entirely. In abusive environments, safety often depends on predicting the unpredictable. You learn to interpret a slight narrowing of the eyes, a subtle tension in the jaw, or a sudden quietness as crucial indicators. This heightened awareness, while exhausting, becomes a protective shield. It allows you to adjust your own behavior, to choose your words carefully, to walk on eggshells, all in an effort to maintain a fragile peace or avoid an outburst. While this skill can make you incredibly perceptive in healthy relationships, it can also lead to chronic anxiety. You might find yourself overthinking every social interaction, searching for hidden meanings that aren't there. The challenge, then, becomes learning when to lower that shield, when to trust that not every interaction requires such intense scrutiny. Number 2, the deep dive into self-reliance, the unshakable independent spirit. When external support is unreliable or actively undermined, the only person you can truly count on is yourself. This leads to an extraordinary level of self-reliance. Emotional abuse survivors often become incredibly capable, resourceful, and fiercely independent. They learn to solve their own problems, manage their own emotions, and build their own sense of worth, often in isolation. This independence isn't a choice. It's a necessity forged in the fires of betrayal and neglect. When you've been taught that asking for help leads to further pain or disappointment, you stop asking. Instead, you develop an inner strength that is truly remarkable. You become your own best advocate, your own therapist, your own protector. However, this habit can also make it difficult to accept help or lean on others, even when it's offered sincerely. You might struggle with vulnerability, seeing it as a weakness rather than a pathway to connection. The journey involves recognizing that while self-reliance is a superpower, healthy relationships thrive on mutual support, and it's okay, even necessary, to let others in. Number 3, the silence of the soul, mastering emotional containment. In environments where emotions are weaponized, dismissed, or mocked, the safest option is often to keep them hidden. Emotional abuse survivors often develop an exceptional ability to contain their feelings, to present a calm exterior, even when a storm rages within. This isn't about denial, it's about survival. You learn to compartmentalize pain, to push feelings down, to present a stoic front. Expressing vulnerability might have led to further attacks, invalidation, or ridicule. So you build internal walls, not to deny your feelings exist, but to protect them from external harm. This can make you seem incredibly composed under pressure, capable of handling crises with an almost unsettling calm. The downside is that this containment can lead to a disconnect from your own emotional landscape. It can make it hard to process feelings in a healthy way, and they might surface in unexpected forms, physical symptoms, sudden outbursts, or persistent feelings of emptiness. The path to healing involves safely re-engaging with those contained emotions, giving them a voice in a supportive environment. Number 4, the chameleon effect, adapting to survive. Imagine a chameleon changing its colors to blend seamlessly into its surroundings. Emotional abuse survivors often develop a similar ability to adapt their personality, their interests, and even their beliefs to match those around them, especially the abuser. This isn't about being fake. It's a highly sophisticated survival strategy. When your sense of self is constantly attacked or undermined, you learn that conforming brings a measure of safety. You might mirror the abuser's opinions to avoid conflict, or adopt hobbies that please them, even if they don't truly align with your own desire. This ability to adapt makes you incredibly flexible and attuned to social dynamics. The challenge, post-abuse, is rediscovering your authentic self. After years of bending and shifting, it can be hard to know what your true colors are. This journey often involves a deliberate exploration of your own values, passions, and boundaries, learning to express them without fear of reprisal. Number 5, the constant pursuit of peace, the aversion to conflict. When conflict has been a source of significant pain and trauma, survivors often develop an intense aversion to it. They become peacekeepers, mediators, and often avoiders of confrontation at all costs. This isn't a weakness. It's a logical response to environments where conflict was destructive, not constructive. You might go to great lengths to prevent arguments, to smooth over disagreements, or to sacrifice your own needs to maintain harmony. This makes you an excellent negotiator and someone who often prioritizes the well-being of the group over individual desire. You understand the fragility of peace and strive to protect it. However, this habit can also lead to difficulty setting boundaries, asserting your needs, and engaging in healthy disagreements. You might allow others to overstep or suppress your own voice, all in the name of avoiding perceived conflict. Learning that healthy conflict can lead to growth, and that expressing your needs isn't an act of aggression, is a vital step in recovery. Number 6, the search for explanations, rationalizing the irrational. In the face of confusing, contradictory, and often nonsensical abusive behavior, survivors often develop a powerful drive to understand and rationalize it. They try to find logic where there is none, to make sense of the senseless, believing that if they can just understand why, they can prevent future pain. This leads to a highly analytical mind, skilled at pattern recognition and problem solving. You might spend countless hours replaying conversations, analyzing motivations, and searching for the key to unlock the abuser's behavior. This intellectual effort is a coping mechanism to regain a sense of control in a chaotic environment. The pitfall is that this rationalization can sometimes lead to self-blame, as you might internalize the abuser's narrative that you are somehow responsible for their actions. The healing journey involves understanding that some behaviors are inherently irrational and beyond your control or comprehension, and that your focus needs to shift from understanding the abuser to understanding and healing yourself. Number 7, the gift of empathy and its shadow, feeling everything too deeply. Emotional abuse often sharpens a survivor's empathy, making them incredibly attuned to the emotions of others. Having had their own feelings dismissed, they often develop a profound sensitivity to the pain and experiences of those around them. This can make you an incredibly compassionate friend, a supportive partner, and a keen observer of human nature. You might intuitively understand what others are feeling, even when they don't express it. This ability, born from needing to constantly gauge the emotional state of an abuser, becomes a powerful tool for connection and understanding. However, this heightened empathy also has a shadow side. You can become easily overwhelmed by the emotions of others, struggling to differentiate between your feelings and theirs. You might also become a magnet for others in pain, inadvertently attracting relationships where you continue to be the primary emotional caregiver. Learning to set energetic boundaries and protect your own emotional space is crucial for harnessing this gift without being consumed by it. These 7 coping habits are not flawed. They are badges of resilience, testaments to the incredible strength of the human spirit. If you recognize these within yourself, know that you are not alone. These are the unique adaptations of a survivor, a person who has navigated extraordinary challenges and emerged with extraordinary strengths. What coping habits have you developed? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content that supports your healing journey. Until next time, keep honoring your strength and nurturing your healing.